I shall not name the African country where this happened, although they are not very far from where Kenya is. I shall not name it because this tactic has been used by repressive governments over and over again in history. Okay, the issue really here is the tactic. Yes, because I have a very, very funny feeling that the same tactic will be used, will be tried on the people who seek to secede, yeah, from Kenya as we know it today. Okay. Now, what was happening in this country is that the opposition was growing stronger, and the opposition was associated to a party whereby most of the members were from the religion of Islam. Okay. Now, this particular political party was gaining support very rapidly from right across that country, not because of the religious aspect, yeah, but because of change. You know, people can reach a point where they just want change, and it's very difficult to stop it. Okay, although in this case it was stopped. I'll tell you in a minute how. So, what did the government do? They knew for a fact, you know, they knew the people well. They knew that people didn't like violence. So what they did, they stage managed a little violence. So when these opposition people were supposed to meet, discuss, etc., yeah, some violence was stage managed, yeah. Blood was seen somewhere. Some people got hurt. Nobody died, of course, but unfortunately, yeah. But what happened is that there was a lot of blood all over the place, and of course the government followed it up with the relevant newspapers, made sure that the headlines were splashed with people bleeding, people hurt, yeah, and of course TV stations as well. The reaction was predictable. When the people saw, "Aye, you mean these opposition people are for violence and bloodshed?" That particular momentum for change ikaisha nguvu, and people went back to the ruling party and voted for it almost to a man. That's what happened actually I can say in a neighboring country to Kenya. Now in the current debate we have on secession, we have found that the government and those people who support it and those people who are paid by that government to do that and to spread propaganda, I've been going back always to this violence issue. Always, when you mention secession, they seek to bring violence next to it. They're very determined that secession and violence should be in the same sentence, always. You'll remember in an earlier recording, I had already given you guys a heads up on this. I told you that the issues, you know, the examples which are going to be brought up are the Nigerian civil war, anywhere where violence occurred, yeah. And of course, forgot to mention Eritrea. Eritrea seceded from Ethiopia as we know it today. Yeah, there are two nations. It used to be just Ethiopia. Now we have Ethiopia and Eritrea. And interestingly, the two nations do not have a very good relationship still to this day. Yeah, but they're two separate nations. Yeah. Now that one was very, very violent, or pretty violent. Okay, that particular secession. But let us for a moment forget or ignore who actually brings in the violence. The person who brings in the violence is the abusive husband who does not want the wife to go away. Yeah, they use every means possible. Yes, but let's forget that point for a while, and let's just because hiyo itatupeleka mahali pengine, a whole new discussion. Yeah, so let's just focus on what I want to say in this recording. I think our problem in Kenya today, what is very dangerous, is that we have too many old men still around. Yes, old thinking. Okay, and apart from the old men being around to make very important decisions, yeah, these old men have infected a lot of Kenyan people, even young people, with their very old, decaying thinking. And unfortunately, this thinking goes against the very foundation of our new constitution. The very foundation of the constitution which we gained at great expense. Yeah, people died, you know, a lot of things happened. We didn't, the new constitution did not just appear by magic. It was fought for, okay? And as somebody once said, every constitution is written by the blood of the people, okay? That's what happened, okay? And Kenyans are not interested in shedding any more blood. Kenyans are not interested in violence. No matter how you try and convince them, Kenyans are not interested in violence. But my point is that these old people and this old thinking need to read our constitution again. Yeah? Where is the power in our new constitution. It's with the people. They choose how to be governed. Yes. If they feel that they do not want to be governed by being all the members of a certain country, they can choose to secede and have another separate country where they'll be managed or governed in a way they want to be governed. Pure and simple. So to say that people are saying secession are committing treason, that is very, very old thinking. And guess what? It is this old thinking that got us to where we are today. It is this old thinking that created those triggers that have created the situation we are in today. How? How did they do this? They did this by using 60s, 70s techniques, thinking they will work today in 2017. Those are tactics ya kifua, kutumia kifua, dictatorship. Yes, just do an election, ignore the constitution, quickly announce figures from wherever they're coming from, blah, 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 quickly announce a certain person as the president, and then just tell people accept and move on. Yeah, let the thing go to the Supreme Court, organize things there, blah, 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 blah. End of story. This is your president, accept and move on. If you don't want to accept, those people don't want to accept, they divide the people, yeah? Those people don't want to accept, simama hapa kando, will deal with you. Let's see if that's going to work. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.